And we're just now about 10 seconds away from finding out which way it's going to go. This quarterfinal New Year's Day about to kick off from the greater Miami area, Texas Tech and Oregon.
Happy New Year from South Florida. We're right here, right now. The college football playoff offers up Texas Tech and Oregon, the start of the three tradition-rich New Year's Day bowls. For what most feel is the best sit back, take it all in day of ball there is.
There is no rest for the restless. A mission requires not a second misspent and intense focus on what's next. The Red Raiders, off a record-setting season, are rested and ready.
Put your foot in the tire and go to work.
Load up immediately or a loss.
But the Ducks' arsenal is a dream. Defending against it, a nightmare. Prepare for a clash of primal forces.
Understand, it's going to be a fight.
We can play with any team in the country.
Push on.
From Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami Gardens, welcome to the College Football Playoff Quarterfinal, Capital One Orange Bowl. Well, the bracket to determine the national champion, it is getting filled in. Year 2 of our 12-team expanded college football playoff. And last night, the locals down here, you could hear them roaring into the night. Miami advancing with the win over Ohio State. And here today, the Big 12 champs. 4th-seeded Texas Tech, the Red Raiders, against number 5, the Oregon Ducks, who rolled through JMU in the first round. As we welcome you to the Ram Trucks kickoff. Happy New Year to everybody. Thrilled that you're with us to start this spectacular day of college football. Joe Tessitore and Jesse Palmer with you. Stormy Bonantonio and Katie George will join into the conversation in just a moment. This is the first trip to the Orange Bowl for Oregon and Texas Tech. So here they are. They're far from home. But, man, they are close to greatness with a win here today. When you look at the stats, when you look at the talent, when you've watched these teams play, you know that this is as attractive of a game that the college football playoff can be.
It really is an intriguing matchup, Joe. I think for so many reasons. Both these teams so talented. I think two of the more complete teams in all of college football as well. And we're going to see, I think, some of the great one-on-one individual matchups of the college football playoff here. It's also strength versus strength. Oregon's ability to run the ball versus Texas Tech's ability on defense to stop it. But Texas Tech, they have been the most dominant team in the country. They're winning games on average by 31 points a game, and they have no weakness, Joe. On offense, they can run it, they can throw it, they're explosive, and in my opinion, defensively, the best starting for D-line in the entire country, and of course, the heart and soul linebacker and Jacob Rodriguez, a Heisman candidate.
Joey McGuire, you see their inspired head coach. This is a team that fully believes that on January 19th, they will be right back here in South Florida playing for the national championships. They may be the newcomers when you consider the college football blue bloods and the elites. They may be the brand that not everybody has familiarity with, but everybody who follows the sport day in and day out, they understand the talent that has been assembled.
I think that's a really good point, Joe. I think this is a chance for Joey McGuire and Texas Tech to really make a statement in this game, because you're right. I don't think there are too many fans who actually know, outside of the Big 12, just how good Texas Tech is. They didn't have a lot of marquee non-conference matchups early in the year. They didn't really have the national stage to themselves this season too often, but if you've watched them play, you've seen how talented they are in all phases, offensively, defensively, and in special teams. And I think against a big brand, and against Dan Lanning in Oregon, I think Texas Tech has a chance to make a big statement today with the win.
Of course, we looked at the bracket. Dan Lanning and the Ducks coming off the first round win. For head coach Joey McGuire in Texas Tech, they're coming off their first outright conference title in 70 years, so they have the longer layoff. How does that possibly play a role, considering the sample size of history we now have with getting the first round?
I think in the current 12-team format of the college football playoff, I think being ranked number 4 is a huge advantage, like Texas Tech was. Obviously, you get the bye week 1, but they knew who they were going to play in this game. When the bracket came out and it was Oregon versus JMU, they knew Oregon was going to win that game. We asked the Texas Tech coaching staff about that. They said, yeah, we put about 90% of our resources and time into preparing for the Oregon Ducks. Texas Tech has had much more time to prepare for their opponent than Oregon has.
Here come the Ducks, the only team in major college football to win 12 games in each of the last 3 seasons. And of course, they have a sensational quarterback in Dante Moore, the arm talent, the ranking as the #1 overall NFL prospect. That's the Ram Truck spotlight.
He's been so much fun to evaluate on film, Joe, playing the position at such a high level. This is in double OT against Penn State. Make the first defender miss, get your feet set. You hit Gary Bryant Jr. on a crossing route. They end up winning that game. Also getting through the progressions quickly. The hitch outside, not there. You go to the post over the middle of the field in between 3 defenders, and you throw it in less than 2.4 seconds. And then finally, using your eyes to manipulate the defense. Johnson at tight end on a seam route. He's getting the safety off the hash, looking him off before throwing a dart, and an unbelievable one-handed grab by the tight end scores a touchdown for JMU. He's played at such a high level this year. You get the feeling, Joe, Dante Moore has to bring his A game against one of the best pass rushes in the country.
Capital One Orange Bowl. It has defined legacies for years. It has determined champions. It's been the showcase of Hall of Famers and legendary coaches. And now it's Oregon and Texas Tech as you're watching the Rams Truck kickoff.